Do you feel exhausted all the time? Today, we're tackling a topic that's closer to home than you might think. Burnout. It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Burnout is not just about feeling tired, it's a red flag that something in your life needs to change. And recognizing the signs is the first step towards addressing this issue. So, how do you know if you're experiencing burnout? Let's dive into the 10 signs. First up, chronic fatigue. Now, we're not talking about the normal tiredness you feel after a long day or a poor night's sleep. This is a bone-deep exhaustion that doesn't go away even after you rest. You wake up in the morning feeling drained, as if you've been running a marathon in your sleep. Your body feels weighed down, and even the simplest tasks seem Herculean. It's like being a car running on empty, and no matter how much you refuel, the tank never seems to fill up. The second sign we're going to talk about is insomnia. When you're burnt out, your brain is like a hamster on a wheel, constantly spinning and making it impossible to switch off. You might find yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, your mind buzzing with thoughts and worries. Or perhaps you fall asleep easily only to wake up in the wee hours, your mind instantly switching to overdrive. It's a vicious cycle. The less sleep you get, the more tired you feel, and the more tired you feel, the harder it is to sleep. Lastly, we have forgetfulness and impaired concentration and attention. Ever walked into a room and forgotten why you're there? Or found yourself reading the same sentence over and over again, unable to absorb it? When you're burnt out, your brain is so overloaded that it starts dropping balls. You might forget appointments or deadlines, lose track of conversations, or struggle to focus on your tasks. It's like trying to catch raindrops in a sieve. No matter how hard you try, things just keep slipping through. So to recap, if you're constantly tired, struggling to sleep, and finding it hard to concentrate or remember things, you could be showing the first 3 signs of burnout. This is your body's way of telling you that something needs to change. If you're experiencing these signs, it might be time to take a step back. Scene script. Next, we have physical symptoms. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, what does burnout have to do with physical symptoms? Well, it's more interconnected than you'd think. When you're burnt out, your body isn't just going to sit by idly. It's going to shout, kick, and scream. Metaphorically speaking, of course, you might start experiencing headaches more frequently or feel persistent muscle pain. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping or you're sleeping too much. These are your body's way of waving a red flag, telling you that something isn't right. It's important to listen to these signs and take action immediately. Moving on to our 5th sign, increased illness. This one is closely related to the physical symptoms we just discussed. When you're constantly under stress and not giving your body the rest it needs, your immune system weakens. This makes you more susceptible to catching colds, the flu, or other illnesses. So, if you find yourself getting sick more often than usual, it might be a sign that you're overworked and need to take a step back. And lastly, we have loss of appetite. You might notice that you're not eating as much as you used to, or maybe you're skipping meals altogether. This could be due to stress, lack of time, or simply not having the energy to prepare a meal. Whatever the reason, it's crucial to nourish your body with healthy food to keep your energy levels up and your immune system strong. Now, it's important to note that while these signs could indicate burnout, they could also be symptoms of other health issues. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's always a good idea to check in with a healthcare professional. These signs are not to be taken lightly. Remember, your health comes first. Never ignore these signs in the name of productivity or success. Your well-being is paramount. Take care of yourself and everything else will fall into place. Moving on to the 7th sign, anxiety. Burnout often goes hand in hand with a heightened sense of anxiety. You might find yourself constantly on edge, worrying about work even when you're off the clock. This perpetual state of tension can make it hard to relax or enjoy your downtime. It's as if there's a little alarm bell in your mind that keeps ringing, warning you of impending doom. This anxiety can bleed into other areas of your life, triggering a cascade of stress that's hard to shake off. Next, we turn our attention to depression. This is the 8th sign. When you're burnt out, you may experience symptoms of depression such as feelings of sadness, hopelessness, or a lack of motivation. You might find it hard to get out of bed in the morning or feel like you're just going through the motions at work or in your personal life. Depression can be a heavy burden to bear, and it's important to remember that it's okay to ask for help when you're feeling this way. Finally, the ninth sign that you're burnt out is a loss of enjoyment. This might manifest as a lack of interest in things you once found pleasurable or fulfilling. Maybe you used to love reading, painting, or going for long walks, but now these activities feel more like chores than sources of joy. It's as if the color has been drained from your world, leaving everything feeling dull and monotonous. In summary, signs 7 to 9 of burnout are anxiety, depression, and loss of enjoyment. These signs are quite serious and can greatly impact your overall well-being. It's crucial to acknowledge these feelings and seek help if needed. Remember, it's okay to take a step back, to rest, to recharge. Your mental health is important, and it's okay to prioritize it. So if you're feeling anxious, depressed, or if you've lost enjoyment in your day-to-day activities, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. It's crucial to acknowledge these feelings and seek help if needed. Scene script. Finally, we reach the last sign, isolation. Imagine feeling like you're in a room full of people, yet you feel utterly alone. You've started to pull away from friends and family, preferring to be by yourself. You're avoiding social activities you once enjoyed, and you're finding it increasingly difficult to connect with others. This, my friends, is the 10th sign of burnout, isolation. Isolation can be emotional, where you disconnect from your feelings and emotions, or physical, where you distance yourself from others. It's a self-defense mechanism that kicks in when you're feeling overwhelmed, but it only exacerbates the sense of being burnt out. It's a vicious cycle, and the only way to break it is by recognizing the sign and taking action. Now let's take a step back and recap what we've covered today. We've discussed 10 signs of burnout, each one as crucial as the next. The first sign was chronic fatigue, followed by insomnia and forgetfulness. The fourth sign was physical symptoms like chest pain or headaches, and the fifth was a weakened immune system. The sixth sign was a lack of motivation, followed by negative emotions and decreased satisfaction. The ninth sign was detachment. And finally, we discussed isolation. Each of these signs is a call for help from your mind and body. They're telling you that you're pushing yourself too hard, that you're not giving yourself the care and attention you need. It's crucial to recognize these signs and take action to prevent further damage. Burnout is not just a state of mind. It's a serious condition that can have severe consequences on your health and well-being. It's not something to be taken lightly. If you're experiencing any of these signs, it's time to step back, assess your situation, and seek help if necessary. In conclusion, burnout is a real, tangible thing. It's not just a buzzword or a trendy topic, it's a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Remember, burnout is real, and it's important to recognize the signs before it's too late. So what can you do if you're experiencing these signs? Let's dive right into it. First off, it's important to understand that burnout isn't just a state of mind, but a serious condition that can significantly impact your everyday life. That's why it's crucial to take immediate action once you identify any of these signs we've discussed. The first step is self-care. This isn't just about taking a day off or watching your favorite Netflix series. It's about developing a routine that promotes physical health, mental well-being, and emotional balance. This could mean regular exercise, a balanced diet, sufficient sleep, and making time for activities that bring you joy. However, self-care isn't a cure-all. If the feelings of burnout persist, it might be time to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors are trained to help you navigate these feelings and develop strategies to manage stress. Remember, it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. It means you're taking control of your own well-being, which is something to be proud of. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please share it with others who might be grappling with the same feelings. You never know whose life you might change with this simple act. Don't ignore the signs of burnout. Take care of yourself and always prioritize your health. Thanks for watching.